Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at your questions, ideas, and suggestions on how to have an amazing time here in Puerto Vallarta. We take a look at headlines, things that we find out in news sources, things that are going on here in Puerto Vallarta, in our state, in our country. It is always a pleasure to get together with you, and today is no exception. I think today is the last day of the month. It is August 31st. September starts tomorrow. It is Mexican Independence Month. It is Mexican Testament, Will and Testament Month. We'll be talking about that throughout the month and all kinds of other things. But first and foremost, welcome to everyone. It is a pleasure to see you. It is a pleasure to see those of you that are watching live for the first time. If that is your case, please let us know by writing the word new in the comment, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Oh my goodness, Pat made it to Puerto Vallarta. That is awesome. I'm always concerned about friends that are driving the highway. Yay! Hello, Pat. It's nice to know that you're back. Anyhow, I just glanced at that comment. It's nice to see your comments. It is always easy to find the important. Every comment is important, but if you're looking for a reaction, it always helps when you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. So with that said, I think it's a good time to start with news. We don't have a lot of news today, but we have a lot of things going on in the city and a couple of things in Guadalajara that you may want to know about. So we might as well get this show. Oh my God, there's my belly. Luna, are you rubbing your head against my tripod? That's why my camera keeps moving about. This is so funny. Anyhow, we start with this one. After a very successful summer vacation period, and as expected, hotel occupancy will drop to an average of 60% during the month of September. 60%. I mean, that's not bad, but, you know, it's not what we're used to. This, of course, is according to Alejandro Torres Magaña, who is the director of Puerto Vallarta's Hotel Motel Association. It is not uncommon for hotel owners to take the month of September to work on improvements in their properties or send their workers on a well-deserved vacation. Now, take a look at this little bugger. Baby croc, do, baby croc. This baby croc was spotted by some nice people this morning as it was sauntering along Francisco Medina Ascencio around the Soriana Hyperstore near the Maritime Terminal. And it may be small, but they do have sharp teeth since they're born, so you wouldn't want to pet one of these guys. Fortunately, it was not harmed by passing vehicles, and it was successfully captured for tagging and releasing in a suitable habitat. Yay. And of course, this caught my attention. If you are in Guadalajara or are planning to visit sometime between now and the end of November, you may be interested in this exhibition titled The Art of Banksy Without Limits. As you know, Banksy is a pseudonym for an England-based street artist, political activist, and film director whose real name and identity remain unconfirmed and the subject of speculation. He's been active since the 1990s. His satirical street art and subversive epigrams combined with dark humor with graffiti and executed in a distinctive stenciling technique. The exhibition features 100 works, including engravings, photographs, lithographs, sculptures, murals, and video mapping projections, and it will be available in Guadalajara's Plaza Patria until November 30th. This is the same plaza, shopping mall, or plaza, we call them plazas, in the same shopping mall where I attempted to see the Van Gogh immersive exhibition a couple of years ago when I went during the pandemic. And remember how informal the whole thing was, and they were not open when they were supposed to be open, and they didn't tell anyone. Well, I certainly hope that this Banksy exhibition is better organized, because it definitely sounds like something interesting to go and enjoy. Now, let us take a quick look at the weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. Time to murder all the roosters in a 3-mile radius, says our snarky weather application. Somebody asked me last night, so who is Snarky Weatherman? And I'm like, well, Snarky Weatherman is the application itself. You know, it's the application randomly generates all these lovely and loving messages that I read to you every day. But that's neither here nor there. It is 26 degrees Celsius right now. Oh my goodness. 26 degrees Celsius. Humidity is at 91% today. So it's going to be a schwitzy day. Our Fahrenheit temperature is 79 degrees. And of course, our weather forecast for today says mostly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 62%, a high of 33 and a low of 24. Then tomorrow, Friday, we'll have rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 68%, a high of 31 and a low of 24. And then Saturday, partly cloudy skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 71%, a high of 32 and a low of 24. So everything seems to indicate that we will start September in a wet place, which is absolutely lovely as far as I'm concerned. Now, I have a little announcement to make, something that has been bugging me, and I figured out exactly how to do it yesterday, and that's why I was so giddy. You see, I do notice that sometimes you tell me, oh, I wish I was in Puerto Vallarta to enjoy your music presentations, or I'm sorry I missed the announcement and I couldn't attend, so forth and so on. And it has been my intention all along to repeat them, you know, whenever people want to see them. And because that's fairly easy to do. All we need to do is make sure that the event center at the Joint Co-working Hotel is available and my schedule allows. But I had been stuck on finding a way to show all the presentations that we've done so far on the Coffee and Headlines website, which is paco-ojeda.com. And I think I finally found a way to do it. So I put together a new page that shows all the different presentations that we've done so far in this latest cycle. So all you have to do, if you're coming to Puerto Vallarta or if you missed something and you want to watch it, just go take a look at what's been offered. And if there's something there that you would enjoy being repeated, all you have to do is drop me a line. I put a link on the page where you can drop me a line and let me know, hey, Paco, we are available on the week of so and so. And again, if the event center is available and my schedule allows, I would be so very happy to repeat a music appreciation presentation for anyone that wants that to be the case. And of course, I'm always looking for suggestions. You may remember that we are all set for topics for September, but for October, I was challenged to do two things. One is about disco music, and the other one about country western music, which I know very little about. But it'll be fun to get myself all drenched in the music so that I can tell a good story. And that felt good. I was happy to accomplish that yesterday. I will share the link of that page in the show notes. You tell me what you think. And what I have left is a bunch of fun, interesting events and a couple of other things. But let's get started with what we have. For starters, my dear friend Memo Lira, who is a tireless walking tour guide here in Puerto Vallarta. You know, I always love bumping into him on the street because he's always creating connections with visitors and locals interested in our surroundings. Well, this time around, he's offering a free silent Malecon sculpture tour or walk. And how is it silent? Well, Memo is providing wireless headphones, so you will have no outside noise or distractions. You can move freely around the sculptures, and you can still enjoy crystal clear commentary and music played by your host. And it's an immersive 90-minute cultural experience. And best of all, it is free. I am sure that some tips would be appreciated. I don't know exactly how Memo works his business, but this is going to take place on Tuesday, September 5th at 9:30 a.m. And then our friend Gina from Whiskey Kitchen has just announced a wine tasting event to take place on Saturday, September 9, which will feature 6 wine pairings for you to enjoy. And I read her description and I got a kick out of a phrase in the description of the event. She said that this is going to be not your tiny normal pairings. So, in knowing Gina, she likes big portions, so I am sure it'll be a delightful experience. And later down the road, Puerto Vallarta's self-proclaimed air fryer queen is back at it. Hello, Sharon, if you're watching. Now offering with an Asian cuisine air fryer class to take place on October 29 at the Joint Co-working Hotel. And her spots fill up fast, so it doesn't hurt to sign up ahead of time. And if you want to find out more about these classes, just check out with Logan. My dear friend Logan is always attending. He's been a regular at many of these for some time. And I know it's down the way, but it's nice to see that more and more event providers or event organizers are announcing things ahead of time so that we can find out about them. And speaking of, this is more of a placeholder than anything else, at least at this time, but the Puerto Vallarta Tourism Bureau has begun announcing this year's Day of the Dead festivities, which of course will take place as always on November 1st and 2nd and will include the now traditional monumental Catrina on the Malecon and visits to local cemeteries. There is no other information available at this time, but it would not hurt to bookmark this event, as they will hopefully be adding more information and more details as the date nears. 2 more things that I want to share with you. As usual, we take notice of the New York Times new classical album recommendations for your listening pleasure. And in case you're wondering, I just finished watching this series on Netflix called Painkiller. There is nothing fun about it. The series fictionalizes the war on opioids that took place north of the border and the immunity with which a certain pharmaceutical company sailed through it. The series is beautifully filmed with great performances by a well-known cast, and it is important to watch. Again, there's nothing fun about it, but it does send a very important message. And that is what I put together for you this morning. Now let's turn it over to you to see what you friends are up to this morning. I see a lot of hellos, which I always appreciate. Speak of the devil, there is Gina. Awesome. Let's see who else is here. Well, everybody's here, and that makes me very happy. I'm looking for. Oh my goodness, Bill, are you going to be around tomorrow, Bill? If you're going to be around tomorrow, please let me know. Drop me a message because I would love to come over to your bakery and do a little filming and photographing as I promised I would. Let's see what else we have. Timothy can't wait to be in Puerto Vallarta this weekend. Good for you. I'm looking forward to a nice and restful weekend. Let's see. Oh, Rob, that's so sweet. Our new friend, Rob Lord, a musician who just moved to Puerto Vallarta, was looking for a French press, and I had an extra French press in the house. I said to him, you can have my slightly used French press until you can get the one that really, really makes you happy. Let's see. Here's a cue. And this cue reads, what's your go-to pairing with Merlot wine? My go-to was blue cheese, but can't have red wine anymore. My go-to pairing with Merlot. Well, I love Merlot with a nice steak. And I love Merlot on its own. If anybody else has a nice pairing with Merlot, please let us know for Chris. But Chris is saying here that he cannot have red wine anymore. So maybe Chris, are you looking for a pairing with a different kind of wine, one that you can actually enjoy? Please feel free to let us know. Chocolate, of course, that's a great pairing for Merlot. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Albert. Karen says, I hope I can attend either the disco or country music presentations in October. I will be putting together posters for those dates during the weekend, Karen, so you should have clarity on the dates maybe in a couple of days. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Da, da, da. Mark says Painkiller was a great docudrama, and I see that Kelly couldn't watch it all because it broke her heart. It was tough. It was tough for me to watch because just to see some of these people disintegrate through their addiction was absolutely devastating. Let's see. I think we are at the end of the comments. I don't see any more cues, so I think this is a good time to wrap things up. Thank you very much, as usual, for joining Coffee and Headlines. And for those of you that watch later on in the day, thank you very much for coming back for news and connections here in Puerto Vallarta. It is very much appreciated. Tomorrow, as always, we will be back with more content and with your company between now and then. Please have a lovely day. Stay dry, but stay happy. Have a good day.